Hello, this is a quick overview of a website called PHPFilddle. The website PHPFilddle has a lot of advantages. First of all, it's completely free. No credit card number is required, so it's very safe. There will be no surprises in terms of money. And it allows you to test your PHP code snippets, create and test and download simple applications. So your application may consist of a number of PHP files, and the application may also have some kind of database table. You can connect to the table using MySQL, MySQLi, or the PDO MySQL. PDO stands for Portable Data Objects. Even with a free account, you can create, alter, and index tables. You can create views. You can select, insert, update, and delete table data. At the time when this video is created, the version is 3.4.4. So here I am at phpfiddle.org or phpfiddle.org. This is the homepage. As you can see, there are a lot of facilities available. And if you go to code space, this is the place where you can type in your code. Okay, you can either type in your code here, or you can go to this Windows tab and select one of these initial codes to use. Okay, if you're lost, you can just click initial code, this button, and then you can see this screen again. For example, if you want to connect to a database using MySQLi, you can click this link, and then some initial code will be given to you. Now note that it is possible to run your PHP code on PHPFilddle without an account. But if you do that, your code may override other users' code if they happen to have the same file name or the same database name. So it's preferred that you create your own account. So I suggest you sign up for your own account, which is free of charge. So let's do that. To sign up is easy. So click the sign up button, and then it asks you for a name. So you give it a name like Chantai Man, and then you have to provide an email address. So I'm typing a fake email address here. Of course, you have to use a real one if you're going to use it, and you have to provide a password. So I'm going to use some kind of random password here. And then you have to provide, enter the code shown here, which is also known as a captcha, to make sure that you are not a robot. And then you can click sign up, and then an email will be sent to your mailbox. I have signed to my email account, and I found the email that was sent to me by PHPFilddle. Now notice that the email is actually stored in the spam folder of my Gmail account. So when you sign up, make sure that you check not just your inbox, but also the junk mail or the spam folder as well. So here you will find there's a link that you can click and activate your Filddle account. So I have done that. So let's go back to filddle.org. Now this is the environment I see when I signed into my own account. As you can see, it's different from the free account, or the free account when you use it as a guest. On the left hand side of the screen, you can see you have some folders here, and these folders are most of them are used by PHPFilddle itself. The only folder that is for you is this one with some numbers here. Okay, I can see there are 8 characters here. Some of them are numbers, some of them are letters. So if you double click, you will see the files, if any, that you have created beforehand. If you just created your own account and you have just signed in, then it should be empty. For me, I created so many files. Now if you want to add new folders under here, you can do so by clicking new folder, and it will create a new folder for you. But right now, let's assume that I want to create a simple form. So how should I do it? Well, you can just click inside this main window here and type in your PHP code. I already have some PHP code here that I can use. So I just copy that and I paste it into here. Okay, it's a very simple form. Now, before you do anything else, I advise you to save it first. Okay, so to save it, you have to click the Save As button. And there's a syntax error, so let's try to fix that. It's just 9.2. Let's run it again. Syntax error, unexpected, smaller than sign. PHP tag has to be closed. So I see, because I just copied and pasted this code, there should be, well, actually I'm going to treat this like an a piece of HTML code. Okay, that's easier. So I'm going to remove the PHP tags. Okay, and I'm going to save it. Now this time there are no syntax errors, so it's asking me how I would want to save it. You can save the code in the public status, which means that you cannot update the code. You can save the code in private status, which means it can be updated, or you can save it to GitHub, okay, which means the code is also updatable. But I found it most useful to save it to the execution environment. Okay, the code is updatable, and you can also have a URL that your application can actually use. However, the catch is that it has a lifetime of 48 hours. So after 48 hours, your files will be cleared. Okay, so I'm going to give it a simple name here. For example, I can call it like test form. Okay, and you can give it an extension. This website supports a lot of languages, as you can see here. So I'm going to just select PHP, and then you scroll down, you see a submit button, click, and now it is saved. As you can see, we have a new file called testform.php. As I mentioned before, this is actually an execution environment. You can have multiple PHPs files, and you can even have databases. So in this simple application, I'm going to have 2 PHP files. The first one is this testform.php, and when the user fills in the data here and then clicks the submit button here, so we have a submit here. Okay, so when the user clicks the submit the reserve now button, it will be, the data will be sent using the post method to a file called validate-simple.php. And where is that file? Well, I have the file here, validate-formsimple.php, which is this file. Okay, now right now is almost empty, so let's enter some code so that it will output whatever data that is sent to it from the reserve simple form or test form. So let's do it. So I'm going to echo to make sure that I'm here, right? So I'm going to echo, give it a big title, an h1 tag, and then I'm going to say this is validate form simple. Okay, just to tell the user that you are now in another web page. And then I'm going to simply show whatever data that is sent to this PHP using the post method. So the easiest way to do that is to just do a print R, because it's an array. The data sent to here is in the $_post array. Okay. Now if I print out just like this, the format will be difficult to read. It will be all in one line. So I'm going to add the pre-text, which stands for pre-formatted text. Okay, so this is the beginning of the pre-text, and then I close the pre-text here. Now since this FilddleForm-simple already existed, I cannot do save as. If I do a save as, it will have a new name, but this is the name I actually want, so I'm going to save it. But as you can see, there's no save button here, so you should use the update button. Okay, look, that update is save. It's saving it. As you can see, there's an echo here, a message here indicating that it has been saved. So let's go back to our test form, open it, and then run it. When you want to run the code, you can either press the function key F9 or click this button. So let's do it. So as you can see, this is the form, and PHPFilddle actually also has a working web server. So I'm going to, my first name is Smith. I'm going to choose a Metro Hall. I'm giving it a date like the 14th of, let's say this is on Valentine's Day 2020. Okay, oh, too many twos. Okay, it's 2020, and I click reserve now, and it should send the data to validate form simple. So as you can see, this is the form, and you can see the data here in the post array. Okay, so post $post underscore sub f name is Smith, $_ post substore is 2, and so on, and this is the date. So I've just shown you how to sign up to PHPFilddle, and how to create a form, and how to send data using a post method, and how to read the data which is sent to it in another PHP file. Okay, thank you.